Chapter 61. Baiyun Vice President. Fan Jinji laughed loudly, arrogantly, and unscrupulously, as if he only had Qiu Shan in his eyes and no one else around him existed. Qiu Shan, the former rookie king of Baiyun Academy, is now reduced to waste, and Fan Jinji is excited to think about it. The waste that was expelled from the academy. The ear-piercing voice pierced Qiu Shan's heart one by one like poisonous needles. He gritted his teeth, feeling extremely painful. Fan Jinji was right. Qiu Shan, who had a crippled Yuan Mai, was indeed no different from a waste. Fan Jinji, if it wasn't for you, and your brother who was so picky, why would I, Qiu Shan, be here? Qiu Shi said coldly, unwilling to do so. Back then, Qiu Shan's talent was against the sky, and he was called the #1 genius of Baiyun Academy. If there were no accidents back then, Qiu Shan would have been the pinnacle figure of the Blue Cloud Empire by now, or would have left the Blue Cloud Empire long ago to go to a wider world. Qiu Shan, are you blaming me? Fan Jinji sneered and mocked. It's been 25 years, and your strength is still at the first level of Vientiane. Even my younger brother, who you looked down upon back then, is already at the 9th level of Vientiane. Do you still have the right to blame me now? Qualifications. Akiyama smiled wryly as if he lost all his faith in an instant. Akiyama knew very well in his heart that this is a world where the strong are respected. Whoever has the biggest fist has the highest right to speak. The truth is a bitch, always on the side with bigger fists. Now Akiyama is weak and the one who is being bullied, so what right does he have to blame Fan Jinji? Seeing Qiu Shan's distraught look, Fan Jinji was even more proud and said, Qiu Shan, recognize your own identity. What happened back then was all caused by you. Who made you too sharp and provoke people who shouldn't be provoked? Mushiu Yulin, the wind will destroy it. You should not understand this truth. Also, you should be lucky. Of course, that person just expelled you from the academy but didn't kill you. But now you are living a kind of suffering. If you died back then, I wouldn't be able to enjoy your downcast appearance. Isn't it? Akiyama's face was full of pain, his pupils slowly narrowed, and finally, he lowered his head. Uncle Qiu Shan. Xiu Ling had already heard that Fan Jinji was Qiu Shan's natural enemy, and she did not expect to meet this enemy here. Nie Tian frowned slightly and understood everything. He took a step forward and signaled Qiu Linger and Qiu Shan to back down. Qiu Shan suddenly raised his head, looked at Fan Jinji, and asked, Tell me, who was the person who instructed you behind the scenes? Fan Jinji was taken aback for a moment, and then gave a strange smile. Do you want to know? It's a pity that you don't deserve to know. If you want to know the answer, then go find it yourself. But I advise you to keep quiet and be a waste honestly. That person it's not something you can afford to provoke. I understand. Akiyama lost his mind, his eyes instantly became hollow. Fan Jinji didn't want to waste time on Qiu Shan, so he immediately set his sights on Nie Tian. In his opinion, Nie Tian is very similar to Qiu Shan back then. They are both young geniuses with the same sharp edge. Moreover, Nie Tian seemed to be even more arrogant than Qiu Shan. Before entering Baiyun Academy, he started fighting with Qin Yu. For people like Nie Tian, Fan Jinji only wanted to say 6 words, if you're too sharp, you're courting death. Now is the enrollment period of Baiyun College. Fan Jinji took it for granted that Nie Tian was also here to enroll students. Stinky boy, you are causing trouble in Baiyun College. As a teacher of the college, I have to maintain the safety of the college. If you hurt Qin Yu, you can save your life today. He didn't want to talk nonsense with Nie Tian. Anyway, he was in Baiyun Academy at this time, so even if he killed Nie Tian, it would be for nothing. Nie Tian frowned. Fan Jinji's cruelty and shamelessness were still beyond his expectation. Fan Jinji is a martial artist of the 9th level of Vientiane, and his strength is far from comparable to that of Qin Yu. If he fought against Fan Jinji, even if Nie Tian used the Star Soul, it would be difficult for him to resist Fan Jinji's move. Do you want to use the 3 seals of the God of War again? Nye Tian thought in his heart, if Fan Jinji ordered the killer, he would have to use the 3 seals of the God of War. Boy, die. Fan Jinji didn't give Nye Tian a chance to think, he said in a deep voice and slapped him. The distance between Nye Tian and Fan Jinji was less than 5 meters. In this situation, even Rui Fei Hongbu couldn't avoid it. At the critical moment, a sudden change occurred. Stop! There was a violent shout, and immediately the volley of air force struck. Boom! Ling Qijin blocked Fan Jinji's attack just right. Immediately afterward, a figure in white approached and stood in front of Nye Tian. Nye Tian raised his head and saw a middle-aged man in his 30s or 40s. He was tall and slender. He was dressed in white clothes and was spotless. Boss, are you all right? Immediately afterward, Jean DeBayo's figure appeared. Nye Tian looked at Jean DeBayo and immediately understood that the warrior in white was called by the latter. Jean DeBayo left when Nye Tian and Qin Yuhu had just fought each other, just to ask for reinforcements. Jean DeBayo is very smart. He knows that things are going to be difficult, so he went to call someone in advance. I'm fine. Nye Tian breathed a sigh of relief. Although the 3 seals of God of War were enough for Nye Tian to confront Fan Jinji head-on, Nye Tian didn't want to show his edge too much. The 3 seals of the God of War is his last whole card, and he can use it or not. Jean DeBayo suddenly saw that Qin Yuhu was covered in blood, was seriously injured, and was supported by someone, and couldn't help being surprised. Boss, did you hurt Qin Yuhu? It's just a fluke. Nye Tian smiled faintly. My God, it's too perverted. Qin's second son is a martial artist of all phenomena. Jean DeBayo opened his mouth exaggeratedly. You know, Qin Yuhu is a student from the inner court of Baiyun College, and his strength completely crushes the students from the outer court. It's unbelievable that Nye Tian beat Qin Yuhu into a bloody man. Who is this? Nye Tian asked in a low voice. Jean DeBayo chuckled and said in a low voice, This is Dean Qi, leave the following matters to him. The warrior in white is named Qi Feng, the vice president of Baiyun Academy. There's 1 principal dean and 2 vice deans at Baiyun College. Nye Tian heaved a sigh of relief, looked at Qi Feng, and was a little shocked. Qi Feng's random move just now blocked Fan Jinji's fatal blow just right. The subtlety of the technique, the strength of the force, and the precision of the orientation are unimaginable. There is no doubt that Qi Feng's strength is far above Fan Jinji, and he is a strong man in the giant spirit realm. Isn't this Dean Qi? Why did he appear here? Yes, Dean Qi is notoriously indifferent. It's really strange to appear suddenly today. I heard that Dean Qi is a warrior in the giant spirit realm, and has already condensed the real giant spirit body. I have never seen a real giant spirit body when I grow up. I want to see it. Qi Feng's sudden appearance aroused endless discussions among the surrounding crowd. Qi Feng is considered number 1 in Blue Cloud City, with an indifferent personality, and rarely appears on weekdays. If Jean DeBayo hadn't gone to look for him in person today, and he happened to have some friendship with Jean DeBayo's father, otherwise he wouldn't have appeared here at all. Dean Qi, what are you doing? Fan Jinji looked at Qi Feng coldly, without concealing his blame. Everyone in Blue Cloud Academy knew that Qi Feng and the Fan brothers were rivals, and the relationship between them was very stiff. These people are my friends. This matter ends here, and no one can get entangled anymore. Qi Feng said with a solemn expression and said coldly, his tone was cold and powerful, revealing an irreversible domineering.